Hello everyone, welcome. Today's practice is dedicated to the summer solstice, so I decided to shoot it outside in my garden, because what is the better place to do it than in the nature? I wish you could hear just the birds singing and just the nature, but it's also my neighbor's swimming pool, the filter, so I hope it won't be disturbing you too much. So we are gonna honor the sun, the sunshine that we have in the northern hemisphere, and we want to honor what we have achieved so far in this half of the year, be proud of ourselves, of our achievements, but also we want to be looking forward. The summer solstice is connected with the mother archetype, which is all about birth, not only birth of babies, but also birth of new beginnings, of new projects. So we want to really wake up the inner fire. We will be working with the core a lot to focus on that, on new beginnings, new projects, so you can really see what you can still achieve in the following half of the year. You won't need any props for this practice. I am on the grass, so if I'm doing some weird things, it's a little bit wobbly, just ignore it. Let's begin lying on our backs. You can bend the knees. The knees are hip-width distance apart, and we will start with a few bridge poses. So on the inhale, raise your hips up, and on the exhale, down, release, slowly, mindfully. Inhale, come all the way up, keep the knees close, keep pressing into the feet, and release. Once more, inhale. Now stay in the pose, keep pressing into the feet, feel the ground, grounding your intentions for the following 6 months. And you can stay here or raise your right leg up for one-legged bridge. Keep squeezing the thighs together. It's hard, I know. Squeeze. Release, let's switch legs. Left goes up. Hold for 1 more second. Release, and release the pose down onto the mat. You can straighten both legs. Bring the right knee, to the chest. And keep pushing, pressing the knee towards your chest. So beginning to stretch into our thighs, the inner groin. Keep pressing the left heel. Imagine there is a wall behind your foot. And the right leg is pretty relaxed, just using a little bit of arm strength to bring it closer. Close your eyes if you are comfortable, and start focusing on your breath. What is it that you are proud of for the past year, the half of the year? Let's switch legs. So now the left knee goes to the chest. Keep pressing the right heel against a wall that is not there. Release. And now we will come into happy baby. So you can just bring your knees to your chest, wide open, and stay here if this is already enough of a stretch. Or you can grab your toes with your 2-piece fingers and intensify it by opening to the sides. So you're trying to bring the knees closer to the ground, and at the same time keep pressing the knees wide open. The tailbone stays on the ground. As much as we want to open ourselves to these new beginnings and possibilities, we also want to ground them and really make them reality, not just having our head in the clouds. A few more breaths here. Release, rock your way up onto hands and knees. And we will come into our first downward facing dog. So the hands are a little bit further than underneath the shoulders. Shoulder hip width distance apart, the legs are hip width distance apart. Bend the knees if it helps to keep your spine long. And do any little movements that feel good here. Paddle the legs, the feet, maybe move your head a few times, not, or rock it from side to side. Just really feel what is needed for you today. Let's stay here for a few breaths so you can really ground into the pose. The weight is evenly distributed, the fingers are wide, open to support the whole weight of the body, not just the wrist. And walk your feet to the front of the mat. Wide stand, grab your opposite elbows. You can bend the knees generously here for Ragdoll Pose, so you can sway from side to side. It's more about decompressing the spine rather than about the legs, but still, I feel it in my hamstrings for sure. So make sure your neck is relaxed, your head is heavy. Bend the knees even more and come all the way up to stand into Tadasana. The palms are shining forward. Feel both feet grounding into the mat. Feel the earth supporting you. Whatever it is you achieved, you've done the best you could, and you still have the chance to proceed with your ideas, with your dreams. You know you have it in you. We just have to take it out. Few more breaths here. And what would a summer solstice practice be without some sun salutations? So we will start with 3 sun salutations with modified versions. So we will, instead of chaturanga, we will come with the knees to the ground. And then we will replace these with the traditional sun salutations 3 times again. So 6 times in total. And let's get started. So inhale, raise the arms up, look up, a little back bend. Exhale, fall down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Take a deep inhale in this pose. Lower your knees, exhale all the way down to your belly. Cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take full breath here. And on the exhale, work your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall down. Inhale, raise the arms up, look up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Let's do it again. Inhale, look up. Exhale, down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank pose. Stay here for the inhale. Exhale, lower your knees on your belly. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath again. Exhale, come to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fall down. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, Anjali Mudra. Last round with the modified version. I won't be talking now, so you can do it with your own pace. And we will all meet in downward facing dog. Come back to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, rise the arms up. And exhale, hands at the heart center. Let's take a full breath here, again in Tadasana. Refocus on your breath. And let's take sun salutations 3 times again with chaturanga this time. So the arms go up, look up. Exhale, fall down. Inhale, flat back, the shoulder blades come close together. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale, come to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. And inhale all the way up, rise up. Exhale, release. 2 more like this, and now at your own pace. I won't be talking at all, so you can really enjoy each pose and feel it. So let's begin. So we will meet in downward facing dog. Do not rush this. We are gonna wait here and enjoy the pose for a few breaths. Make sure the spine is nice and long. Catch your breath again. Now raise your right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Keep squeezing it open and keep pressing the left heel down to the mat. Straighten the leg, and we will come with the knee to the chest 3 times. So knee to chest, leg up, knee to chest, leg up. Once more. Let's stay here and bring the right foot in between your hands for high lunge. So raise both hands, arms up. The left heel is off the mat. Generous bend in the front knee, even the back one can bend a little bit. Find your balance, your strength. And to honor the sun, we will trace 3 circles with our arms. So really make them big as you can. Open your chest. One more. Finishing with the arms up. Bring the left foot to meet the right for chair pose. Bend both knees. The knees are stuck directly over the ankles. If this is too much, you can also bring your arms, your hands in front of the heart. It's a strong pose, working our core, our thighs. Hold here. Now bring your hands to the heart. We will come into a twist, so you can hook the left elbow over the right knee and look to the side, maybe over your right shoulder. Check your knees, that they are really one next to each other. Maybe twist a little bit deeper. And we will stay in the twist, but coming back to high lunge. So you want to find your balance on the right foot and bring the left again back for high lunge with the twist. Keep pressing the hands against each other. Release the hands, come back to center. Place the hands on the ground, come into plank. Stay in plank for a breath. Now turn your feet to the right for a side plank. You can stay here or make it even more intense by coming into wild thing. So the left foot goes behind the right one and open your chest. Back bend. Keep pressing into the feet. Back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Catch your breath or even come into child's pose for a moment. Left leg goes up, bend the knee, open the hip. Arms are straight. Straighten the left leg and we are coming with the knee to the chest. Extend. Knee to chest. Extend once more. Bring the foot in between the hands for high lunge. Arms go up. What is it that you want to celebrate? Think of something in your life that deserves celebration, that you are really proud of, happy for. Coming into chair pose. The toes touch, the heels are slightly apart. I know it's getting harder, but you got this. I hope I've got this. Bring the hands to touch in front of the heart. coming into the twist. So again, make sure that the one knee is not going more to the front than the other, and twist to the left. Maybe twist a bit deeper. Now bring all the weight to the left foot, coming back into high lunge with the twist. Release the hands, come into plank. Full breath in here. Rotate the feet to the sides for side plank. And optional wild thing. Back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lower your knees. And for 5 breaths, we will come into child's pose. So you can rest your shoulders over your knees and just bring your forehead to the ground. And back to our flow, so downward facing dog again. Notice also, observe how you talk to yourself when things get hard. And don't judge, just observe the dialogue that is going on in your head. And try really to find your strength in your breath. The right leg goes up, straight this time, and bring it in between the hands for warrior one. So the back foot spins about 45-degree angle, and the front knee is generously bent. Choose the arm variation that fits you. It can be all the way up or in front of the heart. And from this warrior one, we will come into warrior three. So you can bring the back foot a bit closer so you have more balance. And then once you find your point of focus, start bringing the left leg up into warrior three. Again, choose the arm variation that fits you. If you fall out, just come back. And slowly start bringing the left leg without touching the ground, if possible, to the front. Grab the knee. Keep it close to your chest. Keep pressing it towards the chest. Put your right hand onto your hip and open the left leg to the side with your left hand. Come back to center and release Tadasana. Rise your arms up, fall down, halfway lift, flat back, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Let's repeat this small sequence on the other side. So the left leg goes up, warrior one. So the whole body is facing to the front of the mat. The front knee is stacked over the ankle. Once you find your balance, hello, come into warrior three. Try focusing on one spot to keep your balance. Now bring the right leg to the front. Grab it with both hands to bring it closer to your chest. Think of having the back straight, shoulders relaxed. And now open to the side. Come back to center and release. Tadasana for a breath. And let's take our last sun salutation. So rise the arms up, look up, little back bend, feel the chest expanding, opening to new beginnings. And exhale, fall down. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. A small last strength sequence, so you can lower onto your forms, coming into dolphin. So you are basically staying in the downward dog but on your forearms, and you can bring the feet closer if possible. Strengthening the shoulders, the arms. Find your breath. Now lower into plank on the forearms. You can do that. Last bit of strength, I promise. Hold, hold, and lower onto your belly. Relax here for a breath or two. Now, coming into a back bend. You can choose the variation that you want. It can be either locust or pose. So you want to bend your knees if you are coming into bow pose and grab it with both hands. And once you are ready, raise your upper body and lower body, looking forward. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. And release. Roll onto your back. We will release our hips a bit, so you can put your right ankle over the left knee. Maybe you can stay here if it's already enough of a stretch, or you can bring the left knee to your chest for reclined pigeon. The tailbone stays on the ground. Keep pressing the right knee open. Let's release and let's switch side. So now the left ankle goes over the right knee, bringing the right knee close to your chest. Flex the left foot to protect the knee. Release. And we will finish as we started in bridge pose. Or if you want, optional of course, you can come into wheel pose. So options. So first, either way you choose, we are coming into bridge pose. So bring the hips up as much as you can. And stay here if you want. Or bring your hands to your ears and come on your head. You can also stay here or come into full wheel. Keep pressing the feet to the ground, knees close to each other. And slowly release either the bridge pose or the wheel. Bring your knees to your chest to release the lower back. Maybe you can sway a little bit from side to side. And to release from all the back bends we have done, bring your hips to the right and drop your knees to the left for spinal twist. You can open the right arm to the side and look to the right if it's okay for your neck. Otherwise, just stay looking up or wherever your neck allows you to. Come back to slow breaths. Already noticing how your body feels compared to when you stepped onto the mat. Hopefully we woke up your inner fire so you are ready to take on new challenges. Let's switch sides. So now the hips go a bit to the left, drop the knees to the right. Maybe you got inspired, or maybe you are just balancing over the last months, thinking of what worked out the way you wanted to, what didn't. Life ain't perfect, so for sure all of us have some things that didn't go as planned. But that's okay, we wouldn't then appreciate all the good stuff if life was only about the positive. Come back to center, straighten your legs, and we will come into Shavasana, our final moment of relaxation. Take a lot of space. The palms are shining up to the sky. And if you are not outside, just imagine that you are bathing in sunlight, that the sun is inside of you and this bright yellow color is spreading from your chest to all corners of your body, to the fingertips, to the toes. Knowing that when it's cloudy, you are the sun within you. Let's save the light inside of us for winter as well, and for dark days that are inevitably in our lives sometimes. Come back to your natural breathing and just enjoy here and now without thinking about the day you've had so far or the to-do list for the day ahead. For the moment, it's just now. Let's bring some movement into our hands, into our feet. You can stretch it out long and then roll onto one side and come back to the seated position. Close your eyes. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. And we will finish this practice with a chant of Om one time to unite ourselves with the nature, with the universe, or with whatever is surrounding us. So take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't notice, I'm melting here. Please let me know in the comments how it went for you, maybe what you are proud of for the past 6 months, or what you are up to in the next 6 months. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and head to my Instagram account for more tips about health, for women especially. And I look forward to seeing you practicing with me again really soon. Bye!